Hey, this is Pat, and today we are checking out the all-new Merlin Drifter D3O Explorer Jacket. Now, the Drifter D3O Explorer is coming from the team out of Birmingham, out in the UK, and it's aimed at you ADV touring riders, but in the colder segments of the year, the colder climates out there. And the reason I say that is because you have a non-removable waterproof liner throughout, and you have venting, but that venting goes right to that waterproof liner, so it's not going to get you any direct venting in those hotter days. So again, if you're looking for something that has a little bit of style, because again, this is all black, comes in a red, comes in a green color that I think look pretty sharp, but it's more ADV touring, and I'd even argue that it's a little bit more on the touring side for those in the US just because of that climate restriction. Not everybody's going out there in the snow and riding with a full ADV jacket. So again, this is something aimed more at the road riders out there, but has an ADV flair to it. Has a full Halley Stevensons wax cotton. It's 100% organic, so it's a new mixture coming out of them. A lot of brands are starting to turn to more organic materials and recycled materials. They're using a 100% organic material and wash, but it's wax cotton with a really nice hand to it. I really like when they use Halley Stevenson in the Merlin line, and it gets a full D3O complement, including the back protector, but we'll talk about that all in just a minute. Let's talk about the overall fit. I got Spurgeon on my left. He's 6'3", 220 pounds with a 44-inch chest, currently wearing a size large. Now, if you look at Merlin's size chart, that 44-inch chest measurement should be a size extra large, but we actually went down one full size, and as you can see, it's fitting him spot on. It already comes with the back protector, and again, a comfortable fit. We talked about it. There would be no way he'd go up to the extra large if he was going to be buying this jacket for himself. So if you're measuring that size chart, look at those measurements, go down one full size is our recommendation. It's available in small all the way up to 4 extra large. Comes in those 3 colorways that I alluded to before, and comes in at the $470 price point. But let's talk about the overall main construction and go through some of the features of the jacket. As I mentioned before, it's at Halley Stevensons wax cotton, but what I really like about it is it's full ripstop all the way throughout. So it is a full ripstop main construction. If it gets any sort of puncture through the outside, that ripstop material is going to help it from continuing. It's going to stop the cut as quickly as it can. You have a 2-inch tall touring style collar up the front. It's got neoprene at the Adam's apple with a leather rim around it, and it does have a 2-snap position and a loop back system on the other side. It's actually tucked in on the back of the collar. I'd be very surprised if Spurgeon can get it in one try. And then coming down the outer shoulder out here, you have good job. Coming down the outer shoulder, that's where you're gonna get the D3O full complement I mentioned earlier. It's LP1, so it is D3O's newer CE Level 1 armor. You get that at the shoulder as well as at the elbow, and the back is included. You can add the chest if you want. Really like this armor. It's very well ventilated, especially in a warmer jacket that's going to be warm on the inside. I like that they're adding ventilation wherever they can include it. Coming down the sleeve though, I mentioned it before, you do get some ventilation that goes right to that waterproof liner. So you do get that at the bicep with a cinch adjuster, so you can open up that vent or just tighten it down if you need to do so. No forearm adjuster, but you do get a pocket on the outer forearm down here on the right side with a full Velcro cuff closure system down at the cuff. Again, nice little pre-curve, not super aggressive, more ideal for the ADV and touring bikes. So you think you don't need much pre-curve on the arm, but the little bit that's in here will help on those longer rides out there. You can go ahead and put that down, sir. Taking a look at the front, you have a YKK zipper main entry with a little bit of a zipper guard at the bottom. You'll get to see that in just a second. And up at the top, you do have ventilation ports, again, to that waterproof liner, and then a good amount of storage as well, tucking into the front of the chest on both the left and right side, as well as down here at the hand warmer pockets. You do have outer pockets on the outside, and then magnetic closures on the hand warmer section of the pocket, so you can stuff your hands in there or store anything that you don't really care too much about. I wouldn't put my wallet in anything that doesn't have a zipper closure, so just keep that in mind for those lower two. Spurge, go ahead and turn to the side, hit that riding position for me. Now, the one thing I want to call out is these shoulder gussets. Makes it a little bit easier grabbing the controls if you are riding on the trails. That's more active movement. Instead of adding a stretch panel, they added those gussets in here. And as you can see, we do have a vent at the lower side. It's more on the sides than I would say the back, but you can see right there, that's going to be helping getting that air out that's hitting the waterproof liner. It still needs somewhere to go. That's where it's going to be escaping on the sides. When you come to, we look at the side, very clean, no outer cinch cord or anything like that. There is a cinch cord on the inside, but nothing on the outside to go ahead and throw off the lines. Spurgeon, face the back for me. Up at the top, you do have the Merlin stitch logo across the back of the collar. I like that that's color on color, so that's going to blend in, but very clean back design. There's nothing throwing off the lines. You do get that D3O Viper back protector included out of the box. Love to see that, especially at this price point, but I love to see that Merlin always includes a full complement of armor in most of their lines. So keep that in mind. You don't have to bring your own to the party. A little bit of a drop seat, again, if you are in more of a lean forward touring position, that's going to keep you covered in the back. Spurge, go ahead and face front for me, unzip, and let's go ahead and take a peek at the inside inside of this jacket. Remember I said that's that non-removable waterproof liner is baked into the jacket. Spurgeon is currently struggling with the extra flaps that help protect your tank. So if you are next to a metal tank, that zipper is not going to scratch it. But taking a look at the inside, it's just a mesh interior. You do have the option to add chest armor if you want, and you got a Napoleon pocket on the left, a couple stash pockets on the inside, and then you do have belt loops at the back, and there's that cinch cord I mentioned earlier if you need to tighten it in. It already comes pretty tight if you're measuring correctly with the size chart, but if you need it, it's there just in case. You can go ahead and zip that up, sir. So there you have the new Drifter D3O Explorer Jacket from Merlin. In my opinion, this is one of the better looking ADV jackets in their line. I think it has a nice look to it. Love that they're using a full organic Halley Stevensons. The wax cotton has a great hand. Full D3O complement. That CEA rating when it comes to abrasion, in my opinion, could have been a CEAA, but I'm not too upset about it because you are getting the full D3O complement in there. But if you have any other questions, go ahead and click that info button. That's going to take you over to the product page where you can read other rider reviews and see what other riders are saying about the all-new Drifter. If you still have questions after that, our customer service team is available. They're all riders, happy to help you get set up on your next ride. I want to thank you for joining Spurgeon and I and checking out the all-new Merlin D3O Drifter Explorer Jacket. I'm Pat. See you in the next video.